Poncho, come here. Come on. So just a reminder, Galen, it's only original songs. No covers allowed.
He found his auntie. He's like, it's like they're trying to exploit me for entertainment. I'll be like,
Huh? Where is Poncho? Oh, she's gone.
all kinds.
I just put on new strings too a couple days ago. We played a show on Tuesday, and in one song I broke two strings on this guitar. Jesus Christ. I was very glad I brought a spare. Oh, yeah. Yep. Seems like everything sounds okay to me.
Yep.
Cool. Well, yeah, the way we've been doing it, we're not live yet, are we, Keaton?
We're live, but not started.
Okay. Is it muted? Or?
Yeah.
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 Aha!
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
Hello. Hey there. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Show, Part 2, or Kite High. I don't know what the show is called anymore. Kite High. Welcome to the Kite High Show.
We are on Cloud 9 Part 2.
Cloud 9 Part 2.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Thanks for being here. And welcome. I'm Jacob.
I'm Alice.
Hello, Alice.
Hello.
All right, let's do our little intro song.
Okay.
We don't have an official, song. I think you made us, y'all have Sonny's has a actual theme song that they made, but we're just adopting one of our own regular songs. Oh, I thought you did. Mason does, I know, but. All right, well, anyway, here's ours. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to get high and sing my song. I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just want to get high and sing my song. Lately this whole world seems mighty complicated. A lot of folks are angry and more are just jaded. It gets hard keeping up with news and social expectations. And I just want to sing my heart and enjoy some libations. I said I just want to get high and sing my songs. And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just want to get high and sing my song. Well, we can't go back to the way things used to be. We can anywhere where we think we want to go. You do you and I'll do me. A little love and we can all be free. I said live, let live so we can all die in peace. Good grief, I said I just want to get high and sing my songs. And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just want to get high and sing my song. That's it, I just want to get high and sing my song. And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all goddamn night, but I just want to get high and sing my song. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
True story.
A little cramped up in here. There seems like less space than before.
We'll have to just do some wiggling.
Yeah, and our co-host Poncho is here, but he's being passed around currently. So y'all can't see him on the stream, but he is present.
Yes.
Maybe he'll make an appearance.
He's,
At some point. But yeah, so how's your week been? How's things been since we last spoke
who
up here on the
knows?
Kite High Show?
Couldn't tell ya.
Couldn't tell you. Word.
Sorry. But, a little twist it up, I am going to be monitoring the chat. I heard from 2 weeks ago that some people were chit-chatting, and I missed it. So now's your chance to
If you're in the chat,
chime in from the peanut gallery. I'll try to keep track of it.
say hello. You could ask questions on there that you want us to ask, those
Or
sorts
ignore.
of things.
I'm just joking.
Because I don't have any questions. We don't know how to do this, so if you want to field some questions, that would help.
Mind the little one.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he can,
He'll just hang out right around here.
or
you know.
he'll,
He's welcome up here
He's
too.
the
Yeah, he's
star,
just
really.
He's just got scooped up. We're talking about Poncho.
for anybody confused.
Yeah. Well, we have two guests, which is exciting. So we might as well just break into that, I think. Does that seem like an all right thing to do? We'll introduce our first guest, Galen Wallace.
Yep, that's me.
Right on. Oh, you can see him there. There he is.
Hey, I'm
Say
here.
hello, Galen. Thank you for being on our show.
Man, thank y'all for inviting me. I haven't done anything like this in a long time, or anything like this ever, really. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's very new for us as well. So.
Well, good. I'm glad we can all break the ground together.
Yeah. You're the first guest that we've had that we didn't already know pretty
really?
well. So that's exciting.
That's cool.
So we really don't know you at all. We actually met like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
At one of our very favorite spots on Earth, which no longer exists. Is very sad, but also
Say it.
Killer's Tacos.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Killers.
We came
Tacos.
together over Killer's Tacos.
Yeah.
Where Alice and I had gone to pay our respects and eat our last Killer's Tacos, and
Six or
you happened to
seven.
be there playing music. And
Yeah. Well, my good buddy Joe actually set up that place back in I think 2016 or 2017, and I don't get a chance to go up there very often because I live in Corsicana now, but it just happened to work out that was my last day up at Killers too. So yeah, I'm glad we ran into each other.
Yeah, me too.
Wild caught Galen right here.
It worked out. Well,
Got him.
it's such a vague question. I mean, I should have maybe a more specific question, but could you introduce yourself and maybe because
Yeah.
we don't know much about you. So, what are some nice little factoids about Galen?
Sure. I'm from East Dallas originally. I grew up around kind of the White Rock Lake area. Went to school here, and I ended up just kind of playing music because my dad owned a guitar, and they put me through piano lessons as soon as I could like walk and say things and comply with instructions. And just kind of kept up with music as like almost like an obsessive daily kind of therapy thing. I'm sure you guys know what that's like. And I really like country music, really a lot.
Same.
I'm excited to be here. I mean, I've the occasions I've had the opportunity to play just myself doing original songs is I can count on one hand, but I do it every day by myself. So.
Great. I'm glad you get to share it here. Would you mind playing us a song?
Yeah. The first song I'm going to do is called Shotgun Shells. It's one of the first ones I wrote, and it's about shotgun shells and living life on the road and having a good time and a bad time. Well, shotgun shells is a shotgun shell. Makes a sound like that of a ringing bell. If all my problems would stay in hell, I'd have to use a lot fewer shotgun shells. Well, them days on the road hit you harder than the bud that your buddy growed. Of all the things that I thought I know, oh Lord, I hate them days on the road. But I'll keep moving on, Lord, I won't look back no more. 'Cause when God closes windows, He always locks the door. And baby, your kind of freedom is the meanest cage I've seen. You can keep on building up your walls, and I'll keep on living free. Well, the mockingbirds call, you can't call it a song 'cause it ain't got a tune at all. It'll peck you on the head if you're too tall. Better duck down low when the mockingbird calls. 'Cause he's singing, times are gonna change, the times are gonna change. Ain't a power man could ever stop the rain. And even if he could, what difference would it make? 'Cause as long as folks can die, times are gonna change. There it is.
Awesome. I love that line. When God opens a window, He locks a door. That's a great line.
That's always been my experience. So
It's like oh, here's a thing. Oh, but you can't go back. Nope, nope, nope.
No. And that's how it's supposed to be, I think. But it sure is tough to reckon with sometimes, you know?
Agreed. Well, I love your sound. Your voice is very striking to me. It makes me think of a classic bluegrass kind of sounding voice. It makes me think of like Bill Monroe and
Sure.
that kind of. And I really enjoy that a lot. Do you listen to a lot of bluegrass? Are you into that old stuff?
Some. I haven't really done as much kind of like the dedicated listening as I maybe should have, you know, given my location in these great United States. But
I haven't either.
Okay. You know, I'm trying to recall the name. You know, I've listened to some Earl Scruggs, and son of a gun. I mean, I could play you one of his songs now, and I can't remember the guy's name, but
Word.
you know, yeah, there's a little bit of bluegrass in there.
Yeah, I just hear it in your voice for sure. That just that the is like the high pitch thing, but also I don't know how to describe it. I mean, there's a certain
Take
like
your best shot, yeah.
sorrowfulness, I guess, like
Sure.
kind of in that bluegrass. I don't know. You really evoke that a lot. I don't know.
Well, that's where I put it, you know.
Cool. So you said like you play music all the time like as therapy, and it's just something that's like important to you. But how else would you describe your relationship to songwriting and performing? I guess are those like what aspect of those of your life does that take up, and what's kind of are you trying to like do more or less or?
Yeah, I'm kind of figuring it out. I'm at a big crossroads, you know, in my life. I'm kind of considering. I'm about to quit my job. I think if anybody's no one knows where I work, so that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of getting ready to do a lot of different things, and it would be nice to. Where I live, there's lots of honky tonks and bars and stuff. So I've been kind of exploring doing some of that, trying to get in touch with some booking people and everything. But up to this point, it's really just been kind of amateur hour for me. And I still think it's amateur hour for me. It's going to be a long hour. And as far as like songwriting and performing songs, it's mostly been a pretty private process. And I'd spent a lot of time doing like unnecessary hand-wringing over songs that I'm confident nobody but myself will ever hear. And I just, it's, I guess, a preoccupation with wanting to feel like I'm telling the truth in a sense, you know.
I mean, that's what makes good songs for sure. So.
And good therapy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll tell on you a little bit. When we first met you, I had the good pleasure of meeting your mother, and just to brag on you a little bit, she would say it's such a treat hearing you sing and around the house and things like that. So as much as we talk about like performing out in the world for everyone, but singing to your family and singing at home too is
I
just
think
like
music in the home is like the most important thing. I mean, trying to make like a career. We talked with our last week, our guest Aaron. We were talking a little bit about some of the realities and the real difficulties of like trying to make a career out of music, and I kind of think it's kind of an audacious thing to do. It's not natural, I guess. I think the more natural musical experience is like jamming in the home, and just like family celebrations and those sorts of things. I mean, that's the most human musical experience. I think that's something that really brought us.
Started playing together,
Yeah, we were just jamming in the house, and we'd open up a folk song, and just see if we could get through it, and it was so great, and just bringing music into the household. I think that is way more important, and I think it should be a lot more common. I mean, it gets put up on a pedestal, and like, oh, if you are going to write songs, you got to get out and perform it. You got to try and make a career out of it and stuff, but not necessarily. It could just be a part of your life that you can share with your loved ones and with yourself and stuff, and play out in your community and stuff. I mean, there's.
I was going to say equally as valuable to bring it to everyone else too.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no right or wrong way, but you do. I mean, you have really great songs and you're a great guitar player and stuff. So you definitely have the chops and everything.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I think again, thank you for the chance to come and play in front of all these fine people here today, and people watching online, of course, too.
Yeah.
Which we do have a few people, and if you weren't here before, I am keeping an eye on the chat, so feel free to engage in the chat. I'm looking at that. If you got a question, we're just hanging out on the couch here, so you're part of it too. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Will you play us another song?
Okay, this is about it's about liquor and beer and wine.
Hey.
And
Cheers.
yeah, and my personal experience with liquor, beer, and wine, and some experiences I've been party to through all kinds of fun events in my life. And here it is. Well, liquor, beer, and wine have me living on borrowed time. If I fall down, they can pick me back up again. But when it's closing time, they're old friends of mine, and they'll stick by me until the bitter end. And when I'm out in the street, I say hello to those I meet, and I apologize to those that I may knock down to the ground. Well, it's not my fault, you see, they've got such a strong hold on me. It's the liquor, the beer, and the wine that pulled us down. Hello, officer, how are you this evening? Have you had any folks make trouble for you? And you just let me know if there's a way that I can render my help. Well, no, I don't believe so. Oh, unless my state of mind deceives me. Well, I believe I'm standing here calmly conversing with you right now. And that is what I thought that I was saying last night in my confusion. So confident, so secure in my success, but my fat lip and this hard bed lead me to just one conclusion. Oh, the liquor, beer, and wine, they made this mess. And when I'm out in the street, I say hello to those I meet, and issue all apologies related to me knocking you down to the ground. And it's all my fault, you see, they would all three leave me be. But I sniff out their alcohol just like a hound. There it is. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I don't have a question prepared,
Okay.
but that song was really nice, and a line in it did make me think of one of our songs, so I thought maybe we would play a song.
Please.
Everybody's Fool,
Okie dokie.
which it is in, you suggested a little jam, and it is in C, and it's got a nice little instrumental part that's just a simple C thing, so if you feel like hopping in, picking a little lead, feel free, you know?
Yeah.
It's a loose song. I may be an idiot, but don't you go thinking that I'm dumb. I'm well
fits in my mouth just fine. Give me the reason, I gotta rhyme. As soon as the pot's settled, I'm gonna stir it up again. I may be a hypocrite, but don't you go assuming that I'm wrong. Duality, it does exist. My friend, let me tell you this, there's gold up in them spaces in between. Well, if there's truth, I must insist. Currents always do persist, like the weather down in Texas. Sit and wait for it to change. May be a scandal, but don't you go saying that I'm cruel. I give and take generously, try to keep my tricks hidden up my sleeve. Don't know if I am no one or everybody's fool. I'll march along to my own beat and give my love to the friends I meet and sing these songs out in the streets and fight to keep on living free. Please don't take it personally, I'm just being who I have to be. Hypocritical, idiotic SOB, hoping the man or the mob don't kill me. Alright. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, I suppose. We were chit-chatting a little bit. We got no plan, trying to make some sort of plan. I did remember when we met you, I saw you were improvising like slide and all these things.
Oh, yeah.
And, but
No,
I don't want to
yeah,
put
I
you on
forgot
the
about the
spot.
slide.
C is a weakness of mine anyway.
So let's start with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful sounding guitar, by the way. That was something I noticed
Yeah,
sitting
you know.
across from it. It really sounds great. Have
This
you
is
had that a
my
long
dad's,
time?
Actually,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think this is 74.
Wow.
But the one I was playing at Killers was one I picked up in Wichita like 6 months ago. So this has got a little more richness baked in.
Nice. Yeah, old guitars sound cool for sure.
Yeah, and it's nice to play it. You know,
That's
being
a
my
pretty
dad's and
one.
all.
Well, very cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show again so much. Do you have one more song you could play for us?
I do. Let me get down into D real quick. This one's called Get Free. Well, I'm up on top of a mountain, but I'm fixing to fall down. Running around in circles, but it feels like I'm downtown. All my friends and me are living in 3x5-inch screens, and I'm tired of driving on them highways, breathing, smoking, and feeling mean. Oh, I'm headed to the tree line. Well, there ain't nobody there to stop me now. If you thought they really needed your time, guess it's high time we started finding out. Well, there ain't nothing up ahead, and there's nothing to turn back to. If you stay right here, you're dead. Body's all burst and broken and blackened. It sure ain't the life we needed, and it's not the one we wanted. It's just to when and where you started, and what you do with what you've got, and the chance for the tree line. Yeah, there ain't nobody there to stop you now. They thought they needed you and your time. I guess it's high time you started finding out. There ain't no more second chances and nowhere left to run. No leaves left on them branches and no bullets in that gun. The life they'll lit with fire and the daylight's dull with smoke. You can't help but remember those politicians as they laughed and joked, and then they headed for the tree line. Ain't nobody was there to stop them then. Yeah, they thought they needed them in their time. Well, I wonder what they started thinking in the end. Yes, I wonder what they started thinking in the end. Thank you.
Awesome, man. What was that one called again?
That one's called Get Free.
Get Free?
You could call it Tree Line, I guess. I say it enough times. You like that one? Maybe I'll change it. Yeah.
It seemed I couldn't exactly follow what it was about, but it seemed like something like kind of systemic or something.
Yeah. You know, I don't need to get too specific, but you know, it seems like there's a lot of fractures happening right now, and a lot of the systems that we're living in, and the systems that we're not living in, that we don't even know are going on, just like people that are away from us or that we're not connected to necessarily, but we're all kind of connected. And if one system over there is messed up, then ours is going to be messed up too. So, in the vaguest terms possible.
Right.
there, you know.
Well, I dig
Sense
it.
to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, thank you again so much for being
thank
on. I
you.
guess one more question. You don't? Do you have any sort of social media or any online presence at all
No.
that people can find you at? All right, that
No.
means we have exclusive dibs right here. This is the one place that you can hear Galen Wallace playing his songs is on this particular live stream episode. So.
Thank you again.
If you're tuning in or you're fortunate enough to be here, we thank you so much. If you could give it a share, if you're here in person or tuning in, if you could, share it wherever you might be able to do that, we'd super, super appreciate it. Help grow this, help his songs get heard. And do you have any plans for recording or anything?
Yeah, I'd like to put a little EP together one of these days. My buddy's got a little recording studio kind of set up in his bedroom, and we'll see what happens,
Right
But,
on.
you guys will be the first to know.
Cool.
That's for sure.
Please, yeah, I would be very, very excited to hear that. And if you need anyone to play on anything or anything like that, please, let us know. Because, your songs are really, really great, man. I really
Thank you.
enjoy
Yeah.
them a lot.
Again,
Maybe
thanks
we'll-
for letting me come and play them. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
of course. Well, maybe we'll see you at our local honky tonks. So
Hell
y'all
yeah,
get out
yeah.
there and
Come down to Navarro County one of these days.
We need to, we need
your
to.
leather bottom shoes on and let's scoot.
So while we're saying thank you, we also want to make sure that we shout out Six Springs Tavern and give them a huge thank you for letting this happen and all the stuff that they do, that they let happen, all the incredible talent that comes through this place. And we are very, very fortunate to be a part of that. And we appreciate the hell out of it. So thank you, Six Springs. Brad and Carrie, y'all are wonderful. Make sure that you come here, come see concerts here, buy the food, buy the booze, enjoy yourself, spend lots of money, which is a very good segue. I think we're going to play one more song, and while we kind of switch out our guest situation, we do have one more guest. So while he's getting ready and we're kind of shuffling around, we're going to play a song. And let it inspire you to let your dollars flow freely. into the hands of Six Springs Tavern, as well as this tip jar that we have right here. Help us take care of our guests and give them some gas money and stuff, and stuff some money in that tip jar right there. That'd be a great thing. We'd all appreciate it very much. So that's what this song is kind of about. It's called Good for One Thing, and it's about money. Thank you again, Galen, so much. We really appreciate you. So this is a single that we actually just put out with our band, The Loose Ends. We are Jacob and Alice of Jacob Price Zaz and The Loose Ends. That's our band. And we just put out a song, this song, we put it out with a music video, and it's available on Spotify and iTunes and all those sorts of places. And there Poncho goes. He's like, all right, peace out. I'm through. He went to have a word with Keaton, it looks like, actually. Poncho on the loose. The loosest end here, yeah.
Yeah, truly.
All right. All right, so here's Good for One Thing. Do it again. Well, I've been spending too much goddamn money. Easy to laugh, but it ain't that funny. I throw away every cent I earn. Keep asking myself, when will I learn? Won't get ahead in this mean old city. Been living that high life, but it ain't too pretty. Looks awful only shooting for the top. And I keep spinning, man, I just can't stop. 'Cause I plan on dying as a poor man. I'm clutching gold in the wrinkled hands, and I'll give it all away if I don't blow it in a day. 'Cause you know, money's only good for one thing, and that's spending. Put it all into my gas tank. Drive across the country up to Old Salt Lake. I'll sing my heart out to the great unknown, and burn the rest, just keeping stone. I plan on dying as a poor man, not clutching gold in our wrinkled hands, and I'll give it all away if I don't blow it in a day. 'Cause you know, money's only good for one thing, and that's spending. They say you can't take it to your grave. They also tell you to save, save, save. But that almighty dollar ain't no idol, just a tool. Be careful now or it'll go and make you a fool. Oh, but as for me, personally, I plan on dying as a poor man, not clutching gold in no wrinkled hands, and I'll give it all away if I don't blow it in a day. 'Cause you know, money's only good for one thing, and that's spending. Go and spend it. Yeah, spend it. Oh, spend it.
Boys and girls, the importance of warming up beforehand. Oh, Sonny says I did it. So
Warming up is good. I wish I had warmed up more. I was making some mistakes in that first one, especially.
that's the joy of live TV. Wait, Clay's like, oh no, wait, this is live?
No. We're just hanging out. It's no big thing.
Yeah, no.
Let's introduce our next guest, Clay Copeland. Y'all put your hands together. The man with the pants. Always the best pants in town. Honestly, just best style in town all the way around, man. You are always... What do kids still say on fleek? Is that still a thing?
I'm not on fleek, but something like that.
Something like that? Well, you're a very stylish man. You always have beautiful clothes, and I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Speaking of stylish clothes, in fact...
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Wardrobe change.
I just got a brand new hat that Clay made. Thank you, Clay.
That's our band. Me and Allison are in a band.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Dead Keys.
Oh, yeah, you're representing too.
We're nerding today.
Right on, man.
Well, we talked a little bit about the Dead Keys last week because she had been at the recording studio, and I guess you had also been at the... What have y'all been working on in the Dead Keys?
Catching a buzz.
Doing the good work.
Doing the good work. Yeah, man.
Getting high on the music.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Alice, can you point his microphone there at the guitar? Let's get that kind of, make sure that. Cool. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure we're somewhat set up. Well, Clay, thank you for coming on our show, man. We appreciate it.
You say that now.
You're gonna make me regret it?
No. Let's just have fun.
Yeah.
We don't live with regrets around here. I don't,
Nah.
I know that you write wonderful songs, and I'd love to hear one. Could you play a song for us, and we'll introduce you a little bit more thoroughly, maybe?
Well, y'all want to hear? Let's do this one, I guess. Probably the easiest one to start with. It's an E.
Normally in the Dead Keys, I toss a little accompaniment, but I wanna hear it.
You're not gonna play? You're just gonna listen?
Well, wait, which one do you do? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I could be swayed.
When she makes up her mind, ain't no way to change it. You'd be better off watching her walk away. Beautiful and kind, grace of an angel. I believe in God when she smiles at me. When the winter change blows, it ain't always a tornado. I've been caught up in a whirlwind of romance, falling off and into tragedy, and love are due to gravity. The scratched up knees hurt less than broken hearts. When she makes up her mind, ain't no way to change it. You'd be better off watching her walk away.
Yeah. I love that song.
Yeah, man, it's one of those songs I just wrote like in 10 minutes.
Those are the
it's like
best.
two verses, done.
Just there it is.
Ship it.
It exists now.
It's one of those things, yeah, man. Just kind of like I thought it was another song, the melody, but it wasn't quite.
Pull your microphone so it's in front of your face so we can hear you pretty good.
Just
So
move
when
my
you're
whole body,
talking, we
how
can
about
hear
that?
you.
Leave the microphone where it is, and I'll adjust my whole area.
Well, so that one, go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to ask, how old is that song?
Maybe 4 or 5 years. But I didn't, kind of like dropped off. I didn't really play for a while. We kicked up the Dead
That
Keys.
one's is that one already on a Dead Keys record, or is it on the one that y'all are working
put
on
it on the last one?
currently?
Yeah, it was on the last one.
Okay, so
Scars.
that one is out there on Scars.
Yep.
The Dead Keys record, which that's where the primary, I guess, place where your songs ended up in a recorded fashion is on Dead Keys records.
Dan pays to record my songs with the Dead Keys, so yes,
That's-
that's always a good idea. Let somebody else pay for it, foot the bills.
It rounds out the records. I love listening to the Dead Keys records and hearing, songs from different people. And
Yeah.
Regina has a song on that one too, which hopefully we'll have Regina as a
my
guest.
two
one
songs
day.
are her songs in between my two,
That's right.
and it's like Dan's on the outside of all of that.
If y'all haven't checked out the Dead Keys, you really should. Those are some very, very cool records. And I know they're made in such a way that immediacy is such a cornerstone of those records. And I think they come out sounding really, really fresh and interesting as a result.
We never stopped. We just keep making them. I don't get it. It's all right.
I hope you don't stop. I hope
We got
y'all
more songs.
Keep doing it.
Comes in and he's like, I wrote a song this morning. And we're like,
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, it's wonderful. And then trying to figure out. But then, too, hearing the recordings, come see us live, all 80 of us.
Yeah, the Dead Keys is the biggest band you will see on. They'll be doing a stripped down set with 9
You're
people.
talking about large, not like not famous.
Oh, yeah, I
We're
guess,
talking
like-
about size-wise,
No,
not
famous.
Not
Everyone
like
Fame also,
knows.
y'all are
If you-
quite
If you don't know us,
The band's bigger than the crowd.
Oftentimes, yes. Or I have seen that for sure.
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
It's amazing though that y'all can get 12 or 13
You
people
could join
up
the
on
Dead
stage.
Keys if you have really a mind to. Just show up with a guitar.
Yeah.
We'll let you play with us
Hey, I'm
anytime you
here.
want to, man. Absolutely.
I've definitely
It's
seen
more
y'all
of a
have
collective.
4 guitars plus piano plus 2 background singers plus horn plus fiddle banjo
Yeah.
plus drums plus percussion, maybe another guitar. It's wonderful.
Oh, you got 3 lead
got 3
guitars
now.
at least.
Yeah.
I play like accent guitar. We got
And
Kent
harmonica.
sometimes, and we got Rich, and then we got Dan doing his thing. So we got plenty of guitars.
It's a beautiful collective.
Almost enough.
Well,
Why
let's
don't you
a
play
song.
with us, Jacob? What are
Yeah.
you doing all these times?
Oh,
sitting
you
over
know,
there
I just-
drinking beer and stuff.
I just like to hang out and watch the Dead
Don't blame
Keys. I feel like someone has to not be in the Dead Keys.
That does make sense. Nobody, not no one.
I'm the
Yeah,
only
there's
one.
someone in the audience.
Buy something.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's play a song. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's
Wait.
do unless you have one in mind.
No.
All right, how about River City Jubilee?
Let's see.
I'm actually a harmonica player, so let me guitar full.
This one's in F. If you
Why
want
not?
to play any
Do
harmonica.
one where we can join some harping.
Oh well,
Okay.
we got a little time.
River City
Yeah.
is in F.
Yeah, so feel free to hop in any way that you wish. The case that disappeared and came
Yes,
back. I
oh,
cannot
man.
believe.
Tell
We
you
could
what,
talk
dude.
about that for a second. This harmonica case,
It walked away one day.
it was
And then
gone for a year, right?
Almost a year. Well, not months. Several. I gave up hope.
It was swiped
I'd
in
already
deep
pretty much
vellum,
started a new. Yeah, probably.
and it came back. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That doesn't happen very
Musicians
often.
know people who steal stuff, who know people who steal stuff, and those boys that are clean now, Wayside Motel, they found it for me, man.
They did, yeah.
We don't want to get into the details because it's not really none of our business, but it's right here now.
It's here. Here it is.
It wasn't, and now it is.
Yes.
Now it
All right. Are you ready?
is. Yep.
I'm broke down, stoned, and drunk in Kansas City, watching that old river move along. And it takes with it the silt and the runoff, unimpeded and without need of song. But I write about it anyway, and I'm sure I'm not the first to be taken by this situation. Oh, and to need to turn it into verse. travelers by in their lives. From an unstoppable force that just keeps on turning. It's churning, swirling, moving all day and night. So far along old river, in the well-worn words of the past, well, these words that ring true now as ever. Oh, words to help make good times last.
All right, man.
Thank you. That one's called River City Jubilee.
River City Jubilee. I was in a band called Green Grass Jubilee one day.
Nice.
Good times.
Green
Making
Grass
cartoons.
Jubilee?
Yeah, Green Grass.
Cool.
I didn't play guitar back then. I was lead singer.
Oh, right on. How long have you been playing music out with bands and performing and doing
Man,
all
I
this
started
nonsense?
singing in church choir when I was like 4, maybe.
You've just been doing it the whole time since then?
Yeah.
How long have you been writing songs?
I don't know. I mean, I was writing poetry when I was in school, I guess, but I've been writing songs probably for 25, 30 years, some shit. I mean, how
You
long
think
is
you
a piece of
started like
string?
actually when do you think you really started like putting songs together and like playing and singing your own songs?
Man, the song I first wrote that I still it's probably one of my favorite ones I sing today. Can I just play it?
Yeah, please.
It's kind of about my childhood, kind of a little bit.
Okay.
You've heard this one.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Hound dogs howling at the moon, rooster crowing dawn, walking down these old railroad tracks, trying to change my train of thought, moving my feet to the steady beat of my boots on the railroad ties. I see the stars through the trees. I'm thinking times like these ain't the only kind that bind. A ball and chain, a one-way train, there ain't no going back. Hope and dream like a smoke and steam, pulling out the old smokestack. Folks back home will say, I told you so. Now I know what they meant. The grass grows greener, but the dogs are always made around the other side of the fence. Kids throwing rocks at the rail cars, putting pennies on the track. You hop on a slow train, you gotta jump off before it gets going too fast. Then better not that freight train serenade put me right to sleep. I wanna be a hobo when I grow up, but I know they a dying breed. Lived a stone's throw from those railroads when we was kids. Walked the track and watched the sunset sitting on that old bridge. How many wishes get hitched up to the same old shooting stars? Going like a cosmic locomotive that's a toting hopes and dreams and boxcars. I live by the trains.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that one called?
Cock-a-doodle don't. No, it's called Hound Dogs and Freight Trains. what it's always been called for 20 some odd years.
It's a great
But I
song.
like Cock-a-Doodle Dunk for a new title. It's already out there, I think. So yeah, we'll go with Hound
Then
Dogs.
to change it.
Yeah, pull all the albums back in and say it's a misprint and you got to change the name.
I think it just like type something in the computer and be good.
Okay, yeah. Well, who is like a big influence? You know, I hear a lot of different stuff in your music, and you and I have talked about a lot of different bands. But if you had to just like name off one or two
Southern
early,
rock, all the Southern rockers, man, the Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner, you know. And then, you know, I got into country music late in life. David Allan Coe,
Okay.
the dirty stuff.
Yeah.
He brought me in. You know what I'm talking about? It's not good at all. Don't listen to it. Do not. But, you know, and so I wrote a song, you know, the first country song I wrote, If I Said I Loved You, I Must Have Been Drinking, Loving You Never Crossed My Sober Mind.
Oh, yeah, that's a great line. Why don't you play that song
Well, I didn't
for
write
us?
that line. Somebody else. I wrote everything else.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, shoot, play
You
that
wanna play that
one
one?
for us. Yeah.
All right, it's in C. Just. Well, lately I've been thinking about the good times that we had. It's so bad. Nothing comes to mind. You always made me feel so bad. I never cared about you. I could live without you. It made me laugh to see you sad. You never let me hang out with my friends. I always want to know just where I've been. What's up, Poncho? You said this was love. Well, honey, I've had enough. Believe me, I'm relieved this is the end. If I said I love you, well, I must have been drinking. Loving you had never crossed my sober mind. If I said I love you, what the hell was I thinking? All I can say is I told you a lie. Oh, yeah. I always was complaining I was drinking way too much. Only time I could stand you was when I was on a drunk. Always so damn lazy, woman. You almost drove me crazy. It's a wonder you didn't wind up in my trunk. Darling, wipe those teardrops from your eyes. As you see, I do not sympathize. Had it up to here with your bitchin', so give me a cold bear out of the kitchen and pack your shit and get this here's goodbye. If I said I love you, well, I must have been drinking. Loving you and never crossed my sober mind. If I said I love you, what the hell was I thinking? All I can say is I told a bunch of fucking lies. Loving you never crossed my sober mind.
Yeah. That's a country ass song right there for sure.
I got in a fist fight with the guy that helped me kill right there.
Nice.
Good times.
That makes it
While my
even
other
better.
friends were getting citizens arrested for destroying public property.
And you were
Same
getting in a
exact
fist
time.
fight.
We can see it. We can see that happening. Citizens arrested. Citizens.
So
Random
someone
people
was just
stopped and pulled. Like, I ain't gonna stand for them doing that. I'm gonna put an end to it right now.
citizens arrest.
It
That
was
takes
hilarious.
that's some huevos right there. Say I'm
Yeah,
gonna
right.
place you under citizens arrest.
Yeah.
Like how about
They were trying to
That was
break
something
open.
else.
that sounds like fighting words, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think I could possibly try to citizens arrest somebody. I'd be like,
Oh,
they're gonna
it's-
stab me.
I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah. Well,
That doesn't look like anything to me.
I wasn't with them. I was away from them. If they wouldn't have tried, if I'd have been there, probably. A little different prospect. A little Joel, who is God rest his soul, he's in that box in my house. And Mr. Smotherman, keep up the good work, brother.
Hell yeah.
Clean and sober.
You want to do another song?
Yes.
We can try that Galveston song.
Okay.
Galveston.
It needs some harp on
Yeah,
it.
you been to Galveston,
I
Clay?
love Galveston, man. I like Crystal. Yeah.
You can throw some harp on this one for sure. It's an E, just simple E blues
Rock and
kind of
roll.
thing.
E blues. We got a
Girl,
Ha 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 ha. Let's tear it down.
tapestry. All fixed
I'll
up.
be able to reach my
all right,
harmonicas.
it's a new one we've been working on, so it's kind of open-ended,
Open-ended.
somewhat. It is an unfortunate true story, or semi-true, you know. Well, it's true, but this one's more about what I ought to said in the moment, probably. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a song.
Maybe it's just
Songs
a
are just
song.
songs, man. I didn't mean that. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody's feelings with that last song, by the way.
You didn't hurt my feelings.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Go on, man, and jump into the ocean. I ain't gonna swim out after you. I was brought here under false pretenses. Right now, I don't give a damn what you do. Well, I'm sorry if that seems a bit cold, but I've been up all night and sick from that bad seafood bowl, drinking buckets of rum, not having no fun, wishing I had just stayed my ass back home. Go on, man, and dump into the ocean. Them crabs and fishes sure do have a view. I came along 'cause I wanted to see the ocean, but this shit you got me in here, it just ain't cool. Well, these coastal Texas towns do have their charms. Stories such as this one always go over well. Between the threat of being drowned, run over, or stabbed, I would just as soon see you in hell. So go on, man, and jump into the ocean. And I ain't about to risk my hide for you. That dark and dirty water, it might sure change your outlook, but who am I to tell you what to do? So go on, man, and dive into the ocean. I've come as far as I'm willing to go. We all meet our end. You might have been my friend, but I guess that I just know something you don't. Well, I guess that I've learned something you just won't.
You need capos on harmonicas.
Yeah, you need capo.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't tell you there was a key change.
Keeping everybody on their toes, I guess, today.
But the whole point of the key change is a
Oh, here
surprise
comes the
anyway.
little
Oh,
one.
Poncho's back.
Dropping your son off.
The star of the show.
He is a little chicken nugget.
Thank you, Sonny. And for those watching, check out the stream before ours with Sonny.
That's right. Y'all are on from what, 3 to 5 or something like that? 3 to 4:30?
Some thereabouts.
Yeah, so you get here at 2 o'clock is what you do. Here's how you structure your Sundays. Is you get up, you sleep in because it's Sunday, you know, or you can go to church or whatever your early morning Sunday routine is. That's cool. Then you come here at around 2 o'clock and you get you the Brother Bill which is a
Or
big
whatever
old
you
mountain
fancy.
of potatoes, and I like it with pulled pork and runny eggs, and it's all in a big nice pile, and it's really good. You get that, and you get
Mimosa, maybe?
maybe a mimosa, yeah, or an infused, a Delta 8 infused cocktail if you want. That's another option. And then you can start drinking beer or whatever, and then just, get you a comfy seat, get you a comfy bar stool seat, and just listen to music and
We'll be
chatter
here.
all day long. That's your Sunday. There you go.
That
You're welcome.
poncho.
That's a good Sunday.
Right on. Well, I think I should keep an eye on the time. It looks like we're getting pretty close to the scheduled ending of our show.
Short one.
So yeah, give us another song.
Darling, don't be alarmed. It looks like you could use some company. Darling, I don't see no harm in you sliding over closer to me. I see you trying to hide those crying eyes. I would be lying if I said we couldn't find some silver lining. Darling, hearts break and hearts mend. The hardest part is knowing it's the end. Darling, I'm no Prince Charming, but you can get off on me to get on over him. I see you trying, hide those pretty smiles. Tonight I'm buying so we can lie back and forth for a little while. Darling. Nice. You got some of that. Yep.
That was great. Well, do you have anything you want to plug or talk about that you got coming up? Y'all got any cool shows happening?
No. Yeah, we're doing something in Fort Worth, I think.
Yeah? When? What is
She
that?
knows more than I do.
Oh yeah. Well, you can talk for the Dead Keys.
The Ridgely Room on the 15th. That's in Fort Worth.
That's
I think
right.
music starts at 8.
Cool.
That'll be a
So-
fun one because we playing with those cats. We play with like Not Lotus. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Lots of
Lotus
energy.
folks and some other folks I'm familiar with. Apologies, I cannot think of it now. I need
Cowtown.
some notes
Oh,
when I
yeah.
come into this.
We come in
I
utterly
know.
prepared. We don't have we don't have any clipboards or
Definitely need some bong hits.
Yeah.
That'll help refresh the memory, right? That's how that works?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just as entertaining as talking.
Actually, not even though. I would forget. This is called the Kite High Show, but I do not come on this show stoned. Otherwise, I'll just sit
behind
here
the
going
curtain.
like,
Don't do drugs.
"Oh, I don't know
Alone.
what to ask." I would just be
Clay said.
sitting on my hands the whole time.
Clay.
I did the opposite. I actually drank a Red Bull before this thing started. I was like,
In the other direction.
yeah, another peek behind the curtain. Well, right on. So July 15th, the Dead
July
Keys are
15th,
playing
yep.
in Fort Worth.
Yep. And
cool.
I'll play anywhere, anytime. So just call me up.
Right on. Yeah, you play lead guitar and harmonica. Mean harmonica.
I don't
You're.
play lead guitar, but
I
yes,
love
I know
your
somebody who
harmonica
does, so
playing.
I'll bring one with you.
Cool. And I guess a Dead Keys record is taking place also. Y'all are working on that too, huh?
Yeah.
You have any songs on the new Dead Keys record so far?
That Darling song I just played is gonna be on there.
Okay.
And then the one it's It's called Butt Stuff, but we call it Left Behind now.
Butt stuff here. It's not called that anymore. It's called Left Behind.
Left Behind.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's still kind of got,
It's still
a bottom
behind, that's still in there.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on. Well, I'm excited for
nod
that.
and a wink.
All the words for ass.
Yeah.
Let's try to think of those for a little bit.
I'm a big Dead Keys fan, so as is evidenced by this wonderful hat.
That is a fantastic hat. We have those for sale.
Yeah.
Right here, right now. We were talking earlier about letting your money flow freely.
Yeah, you can buy a hat from Clay here for the Dead Keys.
You could.
You could if you wanted.
On the 15th, maybe?
Also on the 15th.
Maybe. There might be some left.
Might be some left, y'all.
Well, what do you say we play one song and to take us out, and we call it a wrap? That's another Kite High show. I guess we could talk about what we have going on too.
Yes, do that, please.
I guess one note: we are playing this weekend on the 14th, also in Fort Worth, which is a funny thing that keeps happening. It seems like very often it's us and then the Dead Keys the next day, which is interesting. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, so we're playing on the 14th at I think Big Rob's. But more importantly, we are playing here at Six Springs Tavern with our full band on July the 21st. Which is in 2 weeks, approximately, a little less than 2 weeks. And that's a big one. We're really excited. We're opening for The Last Train to Juarez, which is a cool band out of Arizona. And yeah, we're going to play for a long time, play a bunch of original songs, and try and get that dance floor moving. And
get loose.
So yeah. Follow us, online and stuff, and to see when all those sorts of things are happening. But yeah, July 21st here at Six Springs Tavern. That's a big one for sure. So hope to see y'all there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all the announcements I can think of. So yeah, thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Six Springs Tavern, for existing and letting us do this and giving us this opportunity to share our friends' songs with y'all, and it's truly a pleasure and a privilege, and yeah, I'm still just stalling while I think of what song I want to play last. I know what song I want to play last. I'll do it to some Time and Place. It's a nice salutation song, I think. And our drummer Johnny showed up. That's a nice surprise. Cool to see him out there in the audience. I don't know. You could sit here and like play on the table or something if you want to, but you can just sit there and drink your drink too.
Doing a big chill.
We're having a rehearsal after this for that 21st show specifically. So. Time coming and a short time waiting. Spent my last $12 on a dream that's fading. Can't remember what it was, but man, I hope it pays. And we've been driving too far for too many days, losing our minds in too many ways. We gotta turn around some way back to full steam ahead. Won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander, nothing to do, and I'll sit right here as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me. Well, days are fading fast and the nights won't end. I haven't slept sound since I don't know when. This self-medication really takes its toll on me. And the air tastes burn around this city. Never thought my outlook could be quite so shitty, but we just keep on laughing it off. Won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander, nothing to do, and I'll sit right here as long as you have me. And I hope you'll have me. How about some heart? Thank you so much. Y'all can all follow his example and put money in that tip jar. We don't mind one little bit. Well, some days I don't know if I'm up or down. I try to sit real still and not make a sound. I want to hear the words the world is singing to me. But the noise of industry's taking hold. It drowns out the magic wherever we go. But their productivity won't catch us today. No way! And won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander with nothing to do. And I'll sit right here just as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me. Won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander, nothing to do. And I'll sit right here just as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much. That is called Time and Place. Well, thank y'all so much once again for being here at Six Springs Tavern or for tuning in on the live stream. Thank you, Clay, for being our guest. Thank you, Galen, for being our guest. Thank y'all so much for sharing y'all's wonderful songs with us. We really appreciate the hell out of it. And we hope everyone's had a really fun time and that the rest of your Sunday goes nicely and that the work week ahead, if you have one, treats you well. And we'll see y'all next week when we have another guest or two. We'll see what happens. I don't know who it's going to be, but there'll be someone. And we'll be here. And we'll talk. And it'll just keep on going like that.
And I think I said last week, one of these days we'll be able to tell you. But, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. It's all coming together. It's all coming together slowly. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thank you again, Clay and Galen and Six Springs Live studio audience. Thank y'all for being here and being beautiful, wonderful people. We'll see y'all next week. All right.
See y'all at the show, too. Whichever one.
Yeah. Come out to a live show, please. Come out to our shows. Come out to shows at Six Springs. Just go see a show in general. It's the best thing you can do.